Welcome to the Iraqi Dinar Update channel, your trusted source for the latest news, analysis, and insights on the Iraqi dinar. We provide up-to-date information on exchange rates, economic developments, and key financial trends affecting Iraq's currency. Whether you're an investor, trader, or simply keeping an eye on the market, our channel delivers accurate reports, expert opinions, and government policy updates to keep you informed. Stay tuned for real-time updates and in-depth discussions on the future of the Iraqi dinar. It's remarkable how many things don't align with 1310. The list of things waiting on a new exchange rate is vast. So vast that even if we started listing them one by one, we'd never reach the end. Every sector, every financial institution, every economic reform plan, and every investment strategy hinges on something beyond 1310. The current exchange rate exists as a placeholder, a temporary number that serves a purpose in the present but does not define the future of Iraq's monetary system. It is not the rate that will drive Iraq into its next phase of economic transformation, nor is it the rate that will sustain the ambitions of the government led by Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani. His plans, his vision, and the trajectory he is setting for Iraq's economy are all geared towards something else, something more significant than 1310. The ongoing discussions about exchange rate reform are not just theoretical or speculative. They are grounded in economic realities, in the limitations of the current system, and in the undeniable need for change. Iraq's economic growth is constrained under the existing framework, with a rate that does not reflect the country's true potential. The dinar, as it stands, is undervalued in a way that limits foreign investment, discourages capital inflows, and creates inefficiencies within the domestic financial system. The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, has taken various measures to stabilize the currency, but stability alone is not the end goal. Stability is a stepping stone toward a greater objective, aligning the Iraqi dinar with a rate that facilitates economic expansion, trade liberalization, and integration into the global financial system. The 1310 rate does not serve this purpose in the long term. It is not the rate that will accompany Iraq's financial modernization, its infrastructure expansion, or its broader economic reforms. Sudani's policies are directed at reshaping Iraq's economy in ways that 1310 cannot accommodate. His administration is focused on diversifying Iraq's economic base, reducing reliance on oil revenues, and fostering an environment where foreign investors see Iraq as a viable market. The current exchange rate, with all its structural limitations, acts as a barrier to these objectives. A higher value dinar, or a dinar operating under a different exchange regime, would fundamentally change Iraq's financial landscape. It would create opportunities for businesses to operate more efficiently, for international banks to engage with the Iraqi market on a deeper level, and for local industries to grow in ways that are currently constrained by an artificially suppressed currency value. The list of things that cannot happen under 1310 is extensive: international investments that require a stronger currency foundation, large-scale infrastructure projects needing foreign financing, the development of non-oil sectors that rely on import and export competitiveness, and the expansion of digital banking services that necessitate greater trust in the financial system. The CBI's efforts to implement international banking standards and increase transparency in financial transactions are all indicators of Iraq's shift toward a new monetary reality. These measures are not being put in place to support 1310. They are being implemented in anticipation of a different economic structure. The modernization of Iraq's banking system, the strengthening of anti-money laundering controls, and the enforcement of compliance regulations with global financial institutions all point to a future where Iraq is not operating under the same constraints it does today. These reforms are essential for attracting international partnerships, integrating into global trade networks, and achieving economic sovereignty that goes beyond dependency on oil sales conducted in US dollars. The 1310 rate does not support this kind of transformation. Rather, it is a temporary measure in the broader strategy to establish a more dynamic, flexible, and globally competitive exchange rate system. A suppressed dinar leads to higher costs for imported goods, limiting consumer purchasing power and driving inflationary pressures in key sectors. The financial sector reforms currently being implemented in Iraq are designed with a future in mind that does not include 1310 as a permanent fixture. The push for digital banking services, the crackdown on illicit financial activities, and the emphasis on integrating Iraq's financial institutions with the international banking system all point to an eventual shift in exchange rate policy. The CBI's engagement with international financial bodies, its efforts to de-dollarize Iraq's economy, and its push for a more transparent monetary system are all steps toward a new exchange rate environment. 1310 is a temporary measure. Sudani's broader economic vision requires a currency policy that supports growth, investment, and economic stability. His administration has made it clear that financial sovereignty is a key objective, and a reformed exchange rate system is a necessary component of achieving that goal. The reliance on US dollars for trade and financial transactions has been a long-standing issue for Iraq, creating vulnerabilities that the government is actively working to mitigate. The transition toward a more self-sufficient and internationally integrated economy necessitates an exchange rate policy that is not bound by the constraints of 1310. The list of economic initiatives, projects, and reforms that cannot fully materialize under the current rate is extensive, so extensive that no single document could capture them all. What is certain is that 1310 is not the rate that will define Iraq's economic future. It is a transitional figure, a number that serves a purpose today but is not aligned with the broader goals of financial modernization and economic expansion. The policies being enacted by Iraq's leadership, the structural reforms being implemented by the CBI, and the recommendations being made by international financial institutions all suggest that a different exchange rate system is on the horizon. The list of things waiting for the new rate continues to grow, encompassing every major aspect of Iraq's economic transformation. And as these changes unfold, it becomes increasingly clear that 1310 is not for what Sudani is going to do. His vision, his policies, and the direction of Iraq's economic future all point towards something beyond the current exchange rate, toward a financial system that reflects Iraq's true economic strength and potential. Thank you for tuning into the Iraqi Dinar Update channel. We appreciate your support and engagement as we continue to bring you the latest news, analysis, and updates on the Iraqi Dinar. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Stay connected with us for real-time insights, expert discussions, and market trends. Until next time, stay informed and keep watching for the latest on the Iraqi Dinar. See you in the next update.